Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with the weekly financial news analysis for the week gone by from 2020, 20th October, 20th November to 25th November. As I have promised, now instead of daily financial news analysis, I'll be coming up with weekly news and analysis, financial news and analysis. So here we go from 20th November to 25th November. So let's get started. So the first news, RBI has superseded board of WealthWisdomHub Cooperative Bank and appoints administrator. So in a big news, RBI in November 24th superseded the board of Mumbai-based WealthWisdomHub Cooperative Bank, citing material concerns related to poor corporate governance standards. The regulator said in a statement on November 24th. So the RBI action is valid for a period of 12 months only. The central bank. So it is only for 12 months. Subsequently, the RBI has appointed Mr. Satyaprakash Pathak. Who is Mr. Satyaprakash Pathak? He is the former general manager of State Bank of India, as administrator to manage the affairs of the bank during the period. So the RBI has clarified that that no business restrictions have been placed. So it is not that the business will be affected or the customers will not be able to withdraw their deposits. It is not like that. It is just that the RBI was having some kind of concerns about how the bank is functioning, and to prevent any future issues, they have just placed them under their own administrator, and it is valid for 12 months. So moving on to the next news, the CGT-MSE achieves landmark milestone, approves a credit guarantee of rupees 1 lakh crore in just 7 months of FY 23-24. So what is the CGT-MSE? So if you will see, CGT-MSE is credit guarantee scheme for micro and small enterprises in a major boost to micro, small and medium sector enterprises sector. The CGT-MSE has approved a credit guarantee of rupees 1 lakh crore in just 7 months of the current financial year 2023-24. So somebody will ask me, so what is CGT-MSE? Now CGT-MSE is credit guarantee fund trust for micro and small enterprises. Normally it gives guarantee on behalf of small, medium and micro enterprises, so that they don't have to look for guarantees while getting loans from the financial sector. So currently more than 150 MLIs, they are part of this scheme. They include PSUs, private banks, MFIs, RRB, foreign banks, NBFCs, everyone who are eligible. So the eligible activity is manufacturing and services in micro and small enterprise sectors, including retail trade and wholesale trade. SHG and agriculture are not eligible for coverage. Now, any facility granted up to 500 lakhs, that is 5 crores, can be covered under this scheme. Interest rate has to be charged as per the RBI guidelines, and coverage up to 75 to 85%. Coverage up to 75 and 85% is available. So you can see it is very, very, very beneficial, and the sector is getting benefited. So it is a big thing. Moving on to the next news. Finance Ministry has asked PSU banks to take measures to strengthen cybersecurity. So in a recent meeting with the PSU banks, the Finance Ministry has asked state-owned banks to review systems and processes related to their operations in the view of recent UCO Bank incident. So you must be knowing that in the recent UCO Bank incident, in certain IMPS transactions amounted to 900 something crore rupees. It was credited to UCO Bank customers account without the debit from the initiator bank's customers account. So people got to know about it, and those bank is saying that they have recovered around 76% of this money, but still it was a major incident, and the Finance Ministry has asked, rightfully, to all the banks to review their systems and processes so that no such incidents will happen in the future. So moving on to the next year, now insurance ombudsman's offices can adjudicate complaints up to rupees 50 lakh. So earlier, the maximum compensation that these ombudsmen could award to policyholders was kept at just rupees 30 lakhs. So as the policy amount and coverage is increasing, it is a very good move. Now it is 50 lakhs. So you can approach ombudsman anytime if you feel that your right claim has been rejected. So good news. Now, Mahindra Group CEO Mr. Anisa to take over as FICCI president next month. So, who is Mr. Anisa? Mr. Anisa is Mahindra Group CEO and managing director of its parent firm Mahindra and Mahindra. So, he will be taking over as FICCI. Now, what is FICCI? That is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. So, he will be taking over as the president next month. Shah is currently senior vice president of the FICCI, and he will be succeeding Mr. Suprikanta Panda as the president of the chamber. So next year, solar module exports zoom manifold on the back of China Plus One strategy. So what is China Plus One strategy? China Plus One is a global business strategy in which companies avoid investing only in China and diversify their businesses to alternative destinations. So during the COVID, as you know, the world was shut down and the China was affected particularly. So the supply chains, because China is considered as the manufacturing hub for the global industries. So once the China got closed, all the businesses, they were suffering because of the supply chain issues. Now after that, they have started a China Plus One strategy where they are adding one more country to this supply chain destinations. So in the first half of FY 2024, solar cell modules exported from India were worth rupees 8,307 crore. So it is a multifold growth from 1,453 crore the same period last year. So it is a big move. Moving on to the next news. So PLI for IT hardware sector approved. So it is expected to generate an export of rupees 6,000 crore and over 50,000 jobs for the country. The Indian government's announcement for approval of PLI scheme, that is production linked incentive scheme in the IT hardware sector, has come as a major boost for this sector. It is expected to improve exports also and create more jobs, obviously. Next news is there was a buzz that India has become a 4 trillion economy. Is it? Let's check it out. So on Sunday, social media was abuzz with reports suggesting that India had become a 4 trillion economy. But the country still has some time before it can cross this milestone. Overall growth in nominal GDP will be 10.5% in FY 24 as per business estimates, pushing India to $3.7 trillion figures. So India's GDP will reach $4.2 trillion next fiscal as per IMF data. Meanwhile, it would take another 3 years for India to surpass Japan as the 4th largest economy, and yet another year for it to surpass Germany to become the 3rd largest economy in the world. So it will take at least 4 years for India to become the 3rd largest economy in the world. So we should be conscious about the rumors spreading, and we should actually work towards the goal, not towards the figures. Another news: the government has appointed Mr. Vinay Tonse as the MD of SBI till November 30th, 2025. So who is Mr. Vinay Tonse? Mr. Vinay M. Tonse is currently the Deputy Managing Director of India's largest public sector bank, Bank of India. Now he will be serving as MD till November 30th, 2025. Moving on to another news. Project cost double under Bharatmala project. So ICRA has come up with a report. What is ICRA? ICRA is Investment Information and Credit Rating Agency. This agency has come up with a report that the projects under Bharatmala Pariyojana have more than doubled to rupees 10.64 lakh crore at an average cost of rupees 31.6 crore per km. So it has been a very sharp increase. Why it has increased? It is because of steep rise in the input cost and the increase in land acquisition costs. So there has been delay also in completion of the projects because of difficulty in land acquisition issues and other problems. But the project cost escalation is not a good sign. We should try to curtail it. Now, what is the next news? Retirement fund body EPFO, that is Employment Provident Fund Organization, has added 1.7 million net members in September. So net members means it has increased by 1.7 million and not just 1.7 new people have come. So it is a good news for government, which has been facing criticism from the opposition parties and public about non-generation of employment as promised in their previous election manifesto. So it is good news for government. Moving on to the next news. High Court ruling has plugged personal insolvency loophole. So what is this ruling? Let's see. The Kerala High Court has said that simply submitting an application under IBC code for personal insolvency does not trigger a moratorium immediately. What normally people used to do, as soon as their businesses turns bad, they used to file an applications with the courts, IBC for personal insolvency, and they used to thought that yes, okay, now since they have filed the applications, they will get the protection under the IBC code. But now this has plugged the loophole that defaulters used to ring-fence personal assets when their businesses plundered. So the ruling clarifies that the interim moratorium begins when the application is duly numbered by the tribunal, and not just making an application will help. So this is a good news, and it will help the creators also. Now, top 3 apps continue to dominate UPI trade despite plans to curb their share. So RBI and NPCI has been trying to curb the UPI transaction from being manipulated from any single payment intermediary. They are thinking at ways to cap UPI transactions volumes on each payment platform, so that to avoid over-reliance on any one single platform. But they are not getting their way out of this, because the Paytm, PhonePe, so they are they're having the dominant share in their field, and it is not easy to break their monopoly. As per RBI directions, any payment platform should not exceed 30% of the overall UPI transactions during the preceding 3 months. So they are working towards it. Let's see. Now, the next is Supreme Court has warned Patanjali Ayurveda over deceptive medical claims and threatened severe penalties. So in a recent ruling on the petition filed by Indian Medical Association, the court has instructed Patanjali to refrain from making any deceptive statements. So many times Patanjali Ayurveda, they are criticizing the allopathic mode of treatment, and also in the view of IMA, they are making false claim and false criticism to the products. So Supreme Court had warned that if they continue, they will be penalizing them 1 crore each on each violation. So Patanjali has to be cautious from now on. Moving on to the next news, in G20 virtual summit, Mr. Modi has proposed his Global Social Impact Fund. What is this? The Global Social Impact Fund is to help implement digital public infrastructure in global South countries. Now, India has also pledged to contribute initial capital of $25 million to the Social Impact Fund, so that this will help the global South countries. Moving on to the next news, Pakistan has applied for BRICS membership, seeks China's support. So what is BRICS? This is an economic forum of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So it is a booming economic forum, and Pakistan wants to join this. They must have been pushed by the China. They will be having China's support. If they can get Russia's support, the chances will get brighter. But I don't think they will be able to get into BRICS so easily, because it is organization for evolving emerging countries, and China's economy is just going down. So it's just a news, I think. Next news, the demat accounts on CDSL has crossed 10 crore mark. What is CDSL? CDSL is Central Depository Services. They said on November 22nd that the number of demat accounts on the platform has crossed 10 crore mark. It is a big figure and a great milestone. Central Depository Services Limited started operations in 1999, and they facilitate holding and transaction in securities in the electronic form, demat form, and settlement of trade on stock exchanges. So the public participation is increasing, and this has been visible when even in recent time when FIIs they were selling, the retail investors and the domestic investors they have hold the stock market, and it has not fallen much even after relentless selling by the FIIs. Next is Income Tax Commissioner has confirmed that they have slapped 1,666 crore demand notice on Indigo. Airline has said that they will be contesting this order. So in a news, the Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals has confirmed tax demand totaling rupees 1,666 crore on Interglobe Aviation, the parent company of Indigo Airlines. So this demand is for assessment year 2016-17, and 927 crore is recovery from assessment year 2017 and 18. But now company said they will be contesting, they will go into High Court against this order. Going to the next news, Agni initiative to promote innovations by the Ayurveda practitioners. So what is Agni? Agni is Ayurveda Gyan Naipunya initiative. It is for physicians practicing in the field of Ayurveda. So Central Council for Research in Ayurveda Sciences will document and publish the reported medical practices and therapeutic regimes for education and academic purposes in consultation with the NCISM. So this is a great initiative, and it will really help for the research in the field of Ayurveda. We know that we have a very rich knowledge and history of Ayurveda, but if the first research will not come, it is not going to benefit the Ayurveda field, and so the field will die. So it is a very welcome step for the Ayurveda sector. Moving on to next news, private insurers gained market share in half year 1, 2023-2024. So public sector insurance company continued to lose market share to public sector to private sector peers in the first half of the current financial year. In the first half, you will see that the insurance industry grew at 14.86% to 1,43,802 crore. Public sector companies has combined market share of 31.99%, down from 32.76%. Next minute. The public sector companies they have saved to 31.99%. Meanwhile, the private sector has grown to 53.58%, up from 50.81%. The growth rate of 21.13. So you will see that the growth rate has improved for them. The industry average was 14.86%, whereas their rate is 21.13%. So private insurers are solely doing good, and the private public sector insurance companies should pull up their socks. Moving on to next news. India's smartwatch market shows 21% year on year. So India is working on electronic manufacturing, and smartwatch they have shown a very good result, 21% increase. India witnessed a remarkable 21% year-on-year growth in the smartwatch shipments during the third quarter of 2023. So this will certainly give a boost to the exports, and other sectors should follow this trend. Now, CII's IGBC introduces new green ratings to accelerate decarbonization in the building sector. So what is CII? CII is Confederation of Indian Industries. They had held Indian Green Building Congress in Chennai between November 23rd to November 25. They have introduced decarbonization ratings in the building sector, and this will help as a guide and also help adopt the participants in the building sector to go for decarbonization of their methods and practices. SEBI has sounded alarm on crowding of IPOs. So you must be knowing that the SEBI has expressed concern on bunching of IPOs in this week, in a single week, and has asked investment bankers to be wary of the stress it would put on the infrastructure for intermediaries, particularly IPO registrars. So you must be knowing that the IPO of 5 companies, 5 big IPOs, they came together in 1 week only. IRED, Tata Technologies, Gandhar Oil Refinery, Flair Writing Industries, and Fedback Financial Services had hit the market in a single week. Together, these firms were looking to mop up over 7,000 crores, and they were all subscribed multiple times. And it is an estimate that around 22,000 crore money is stuck in these IPOs only. So it does not put pressure on the IPO intermediaries, but also sucks up liquidity from the market. So SEBI has sounded alarm, and they should work. Investment bankers should see that each and every IPO, they are not combining and they are fighting for the capital on the same day, not same week. The credit card spending are on rise in India. Rupees 7.18 trillion has spent in October alone. It has set a record. The credit card spending by India rose to 25.35% to a new high of rupees 1.78 trillion in October from 1.42 trillion in September 2023. So now people are more getting credit savvy. They are not credit averse anymore, and this is quite evident from the figures we are looking at. The government may raise PM-Kisan allocation to rupees 1 lakh crore to disburse rupees 1,500 per year more to each farmer. So as the elections are approaching, these promises will continue to come in front of us. So ahead of next year elections scheduled for April to May 2024, the government is likely to raise the amount of money transferred under its flagship direct benefit transfer scheme. Currently, rupees 6,000 is given to farmers per year under this scheme. So these were the main news for the week gone by. I hope this will serve as a quick reminder to all my friends, and they don't have to read the newspapers and visit the website each and every day. This will save your valuable time. Also, in case you want me to make specific videos on any subject, I am open to your suggestions, and also your comments. You can put your views on the comments also. So until the next time, for this weekly roundup, I am taking leave from you. Just take care of yourself, keep preparing, and all the best for your exams. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much.